I'm in the hospital with my brother Aljamain Sterling, and then my brother drinking his Funk Harbor rum. And I'm on the phone with my mother. Dediko, quick, I'm not joking. English surat. Kai, ke khutone. Khode. Kena chale dedi miqol khardam. Aba kargat. Wala peri khutian ziyad dedi. რა დედი ბრძოლა გრძელდება რა სამ სპორტია არც პირველად სამიგია და
So UFC 323 might go down as probably one of the most chaotic cards that we've had in a long, long time. I mean, we had a 26-second title fight. Dominick Cruz dropping a take so wild that fans literally thought he got hacked. And then Merab, oh my gosh, finally losing after what felt like forever, right? The Energizer Bunny's batteries stopped working. There's lots to get into, guys, so let's break the madness down like we normally do. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome to LOD7Xers. I'm your host, Shiraz. And if you're new here, where we talk all the latest trending, most trending stories across the world of MMA, UFC, WWE, and the wild world of boxing. We have a laid-back kind of an approach, real fight talk, no fluff, no filters. So let's get into it, guys. All right. Before we start, please smash a like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you guys never miss a beat. Let's talk. Let's talk UFC 323. I hope you guys liked my last video yesterday about Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Lamont Roach and the controversy fight. That was pretty crazy. And I was toggling between that on Saturday night and UFC 323. There was some incredible fights, guys, on UFC 323. Wow. It's just getting better and better and better. I don't know if you guys feel that, if you notice that, but the matches are just insanely wild, right? It's very good. Okay, so let's take a deep breath. UFC 323. Wow. All right. So Joshua Van. I'm going to start with this story first, okay? Actually, there's a lot that I wish I could cover regarding UFC 323, but most of the headlines you probably already know by now. But maybe we'll save it for another video. So I just want to focus on two main stories here, guys, for now. But let's talk about Joshua Van. All right. Joshua Van called Alexandre Pantoja probably one of the greatest flyweight fighters of all time. And he did this before the fight. Okay? Now listen, this was supposed to be like a crazy back and forth slugfest. It had fight of the night potential. Very, very easy fight of the night potential. Okay, but instead we got one of the weirdest, wildest endings in UFC history. 26 seconds, one kick, a slip, one arm posting the wrong way, and boom, injury. The fight's over. Just like that, guys. And honestly, the way Joshua Van handled it, standing over him and not diving in recklessly and just like ground and pound, he didn't. So much respect to him. Very, very classy guy. And honestly, I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything more. We really feel for Alexander. Like, yeah, that was a very, very scary. It was hard to watch, hard to stomach. I mean, watching the highlights over and over and over again, not easy. And I want to get into that injury here, but I mean, that was wild and it broke the internet. I mean, literally, guys, like everybody was talking about this. And so any fights that happened prior to that, it all got, like, all that noise just kind of got clouded over by this, because it was just a very graphic thing to watch. It was just very Pantoja just had a very unlucky fight. He was just very unlucky that night, and it's sad. It's sad. But I'll tell you something. Dominick Cruz is making headlines. Okay, Dominick Cruz comes online and he says that fight should have been allowed to continue. And he was actually giving heck to the referees, online, of course, that, hey, why wouldn't you just allow this to continue? The guy just needed more time to recoup. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, and then he was saying that it should be up to the fighters if they want to keep going, and that, people dislocate their arms and shoulders all the time, and they're just put right back into place all the time. Like, I mean, come on, seriously, dude. Have you ever? Well, yeah, he probably did. I had my shoulder dislocated. Until this day, and that was like way back, like, when I was much, much younger. And I still feel it today. Sometimes when I'm lifting weights and I feel that little, that sway kind of like there's a little bit of slack. It kind of gives way a little bit. And yeah, that's because right then and there, boom, I got dislocated it, and our coach, he just quickly put my arm, or fixed it up, slotted it right back to where it was supposed to be, just like that. It hurt, but put some ice on it after, and I mean that pain lasts for a little bit, but I mean it never really, really goes away. This was bad, dude. It was really bad. I felt bad for Alexandre, and and for his family. It's not good. I mean, he really wanted this fight. He needed this fight. I mean, like I said, it could have had fight of the night potential, some good money. Yeah, just unfortunate how it ended. But Dominick Cruz, like, seriously, man, like, I don't know if he had a few too many drinks that night, or that evening. But come on, nobody's just gonna take their time and pop their shoulder back in and let's get going. Doesn't work that way. Yeah, it depends on the severity, I guess, of the injury. But if you saw the way, like how it all like unfolded, honestly, the way Alexander like fell to the canvas, and then right afterward he's holding his arm, and you could just tell by his face he was not in a good place. Fans went off on Dominick Cruz's statement. I mean, and look, it's not like Cruz. Cruz is Cruz. Okay, Cruz is. I mean, he's got his comments every now and then, here and there. But no. People were checking to see if he was just joking, if this was kind of like a parody account or something along those lines, right? Like, I mean, did you even watch the fight, dude? Or did you just come out of the bathroom, grab your drink, and then come back to the TV and then see that happen, and then feel like you had the importance of wanting to say something online about the fight? I don't even think he watched the fight, honestly. I'm telling you what happened. I think he just came out of the bathroom and made himself a drink, and then came to the TV, and then saw the last minute, the tail end of everything, the madness. Anyways, I mean, Alexander, honestly, literally, he waved it off. He's tough as nails, this guy. I don't know. A lot of people were thinking it was a fake account. Thank God this guy's not a referee. Can you imagine? Just crazy, right? People like that. But honestly, I kind of get it. I mean, this take felt kind of like really off. I mean, I respect Cruz, honestly, as a fighter and as an analyst. The guy's a legend. I mean, it's without question, and nobody can argue that. I mean, I'm sure everyone can attest to the fact that he's accomplished a lot of accolades throughout his career. He's very well respected, and like, again, he's a great analyst. He has that insight from being a former fighter himself, a legend. But you can't let a guy with his arm hanging keep going like that. Like, that's just common freaking sense. Like, Pantoja didn't argue. He waved it off. He didn't protest. But he knew. If you looked at his face, he knew instantly he was in trouble. Safety isn't soft, guys. It's realism. People gotta get that through their thick skulls. And so, yeah, like Cruz, I mean, I don't know. Cruz was there. He saw the whole thing. Let's be real. If Herb Dean, all right, legendary ref, let that continue, and the arm snapped worse, these same fans would have been grilling Herb Dean out of his career as a UFC referee. And they would have roasted him for his negligence, of course, on top of that. So look, even Joe Rogan was worried about whether it was actually the shoulder or the elbow, right? Because the way he fell on his arm and he was holding his arm, he's kind of holding his elbow area. I personally thought it was the elbow area. Megan Olive literally had to triple confirm that it was actually the shoulder, not the elbow, that was the issue. And snapping that shoulder back into place, he still wouldn't be ready to go. Okay, it'd be a huge disadvantage for him to continue, even if he was able to continue, and if in a parallel universe that the UFC allowed him to continue even after they snapped his shoulder back into place, he wouldn't have been 100%. This would have still would have gone against him. Okay, so like, look, I mean, Joshua, not to take away anything from Joshua Van, he's a great fighter, he's classy, super technical, but can you imagine what he would have to go through if Herb Dean allowed him to continue and everything and all that? I don't think Joshua Van would have. It's not in him. He's not that kind of a guy. He's more classier than that. Anyways, guys. So yeah, I mean that wasn't just like let them, just tape up the limb or let them just ice it up a little bit and then go to the dressing room, come back and start again. It's not going to happen. It was done. All right. Now, what if Cruz's take actually was, it isn't just a bad moment? What if it has what if it's tied into like a bigger conversation that's yet to come, right? Are refs actually stopping a lot of these fights too early sometimes, right? Or are fighters starting to expect gladiator style moments perhaps maybe that aren't like realistic anymore? Like, I mean, what if that injury potentially delays Pantoja's career longer than we think, right? I mean, there's so many implications, there's so many things that can come out of this. Overall, it's just bad scenario, for Alexandre, and our thoughts go out to him, his family. We hope he has a speedy recovery. And look, I mean, it looked like the elbow, and I'm thinking of Canelo Alvarez because he just had elbow surgery. But if it's a shoulder, that hurts, man. That's he's gonna be out for a bit. That honestly could totally change the whole momentum and the pace of the flyweight division as we move into 2026, or out of 2025 and into 2026. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. So we'll have to talk a little bit more about this. But the other fight I wanted to get into, and I did a video on this, was with Merab Dvalishvili taking on Peter Yan. They ran it back, guys, from the rematch back in 2023. And it was for the title, right? And Merab the Machine You know, Energizer Buddy is Bunny that I refer to him as. The Energizer Bunny, that circuitry just got so effed up that he continues to run without batteries. Okay, this guy is just nonstop moving. He's constantly, he's doing something. All right. Peter Yan looked very cool, very calm, very passive, completely polar opposite of Merab. Okay, and yeah, I mean the way he showed up was just so stone cold. You know, like he just came out of prison from Russia or something like that, and he just had this no mercy kind of look. And I mean, he fought like a man that was seriously possessed. Peter Yan, I mean, he was a monster. Merab fought with heart, like he normally does. That's just him, right? But the judges, no debate here, right? Merab loses for the first time since 2018, guys. 7-8 years. And then he finally loses. I didn't think he was going to lose this one, honestly, guys, right? I mean, he broke his silence, all right? I mean, he admitted that tonight wasn't his night and that he'll be back stronger than ever. You saw the video earlier, right? So, look, honestly, I believe in Merab. Dvalishvili is a different fighter altogether. He's on a different trip, on a different level. He's got a little bit of old school, a little bit of new school, but when it's time to work, it's time to work, and Merab likes to work. Okay, honestly, I believe in this guy. This guy's grit, his fortitude, his intensity is totally next level, guys. I mean, he took it a step further. He told Rogan that he wants an immediate rematch. Like straight away. No tune-ups, no nothing, no rebuilding. He just wants a straight up rematch. He realized the stakes, and he just was on the wrong end of it, and he owns up to it. No excuses. He owned up to it. He was in the ambulance, you saw, right? And he was talking to his mom. He's like, just wasn't my night tonight. He's still got a smile on his face. This was it's totally different like character altogether, right? I mean, look, two things can be true. Yan fought a perfect fight, or near to perfect fight, right? Merab still deserves another shot. Those two things we can definitely agree on, or agree to disagree, but definitely I think Merab deserves a rematch or another shot. I mean, if it's a rematch, then it's going to be a trilogy. But I mean, I could see people paying for that. I mean, this dude, Merab, I mean, he beat Omar Nurmagomedov. And he beat Omar. He beat, he beat Sugar, man. He beat O'Malley, Sandhagen. I mean, all in 1 year. I mean, two things are definitely true. Okay? Yan arguably fought a perfect fight. If not perfect, near to perfect. The second thing is Merab still deserves another shot. That, hands down, guys, I don't think anyone is going to disagree with. I know sometimes we'll agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, I definitely think he deserves another shot. He had an off night. I think he's allowed to have an off night after 7 years of nonstop wins. Right? Shit happens. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, look at this guy. Like, I mean, he beat Omar Nurmagomedov. He beat Sean O'Malley, Sugar, Corey Sandhagen. All of these guys in 1 year. No one else I know had beat that level caliber fighters in 1 year. The only thing that's holding this guy back, honestly, is that his weight cut. I mean, he even admitted, like, he cuts weight his own way because he doesn't trust nutritionists. All right? Like, come on, guys. 2025, 2026. Merab, if you can hear me, hire a nutritionist. You know, you should have your own chef too. I mean, if you can afford it, if you have the money, it definitely pays to have your own nutritionist. Okay, you can do it. You got the money. If Merab actually fixes that weight cut issue of his, he could come back fresh and healthy in no time. I mean, this is the kind of guy who fights. He'll fight 4 or 5 fights in a year if he has to. He could do it. A rematch in 2026 could look a lot different. You know, I mean, if he wins, you're looking at probably one of the greatest bantamweight comeback stories ever, and one of the greatest bantamweight fighters in the UFC, period. Like, when you think of the bantamweight division, one of the names you're going to think of is Merab Dvalishvili. Okay? So, UFC 323, gave us everything that we asked for and more. It was chaos. It was exciting. There was drama. There was intrigue, suspense. I mean, and it had its controversy as well, too. Injuries, upsets. I mean, I can go on and on and on. But guys, honestly, this is the kind of card that shapes the entire divisions and shapes the company itself. Okay? So, I mean, seriously, Pantoja's situation is quite dire. It was very unlucky, and it was handled correctly. Okay, the UFC did a great job on that. We wish for a speedy recovery to Alexander and his family, and I hope he's back in no time. Cruz had a bad take. It happens. Okay, he's great. He's a legend. He's an unbelievable analyst. So let's give him a hall pass. Okay, and then Merab, yeah, he's far from done. This is the Energizer buddy, guys, as you would call him, the machine. All right, he isn't broken. He's just restarting, rebooting. Okay, so what do you guys think? Did Herb Dean make the right call? And should Merab get an instant rematch? I mean, drop your thoughts and comments below. I'd love to hear it, guys. And I mean, if you enjoyed this breakdown, please smash a like and subscribe. Hit the bell notifications so you never miss a beat. Join us here on Duality 7X for more real fight talk. No fluff. Just honest conversation, guys. Here I'm here daily breaking stuff down from some of the wildest, biggest stories that are trending in social media when it comes to the world of combat sports. So help us out. Help us with the algorithm. Smash that like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.